First time. And you see this partnership growing for India. 155 in just 126 balls. You'll say that probably the Indian team batting has come about. It's taken a few days, 2 games for them. Conditions a lot different. Attacking style of play. Ibadat Hossain. And the attacking style continues. This is the shortest part of the boundary. And he's taken a measure of it, Ishan Kishan, with another maximum of Ibadat.
Yeah, they're not learning from the mistakes, the earlier mistakes when they pitched it short. Every time a bowler has bowled a short delivery, it's been hit for a boundary. Ibadat Hossain starts with the short one, and Ishan Kishan says, "Thank you very much. I will easily pick up my 4th, 6th of the innings."
They've got a deep square there, and a short fine, short mid-wicket as well, and a deep square. Now he's been asked to probably get to cow corner, because they know exactly how the run rate has progressed for India after the ball of Shikhar Dhawan. And at this going rate, they'll be closing in on 350. At the moment, 176 to be more realistic. If this partnership grows the way it is, it can go anywhere, the score. Ishan Kishan has pushed the fielders further back. They're on the edge.
You'd see teams well set, double the score after the 30th over. So they still have a few more overs up until the 30th. A lot of thinking to do for Liton Kumar Das. Liton Das winning the toss and deciding to bowl first, not getting the kind of backing he would have hoped for from the bowlers. Kishan versus Pace today. Have a look at those boundaries. Yeah, the one in the yellow. Every time width offered, and the ones that you see closer to him are short, and he's pulled it away on the onside. Simply brilliant. He's hardly missed out any short or wide deliveries.
Down the ground, Ishan Kishan is certainly taking a measure of Ibadat Hossain here. Second 6 in the over.
He's into that kind of a mindset now. Well said. Now it's 127, and he's really going after it.
To him. This is again too wide, trying to get away from the arc of Ishan Kishan. Initial part of the batting, when he started, it was Taskin Ahmed who was bowling a middle and leg stump line. And at that time, he wasn't into his groove. That's Taskin Ahmed. Each time they bowled short, they've been punished by Ishan Kishan. Each time they've bowled length, they've been punished by Ishan Kishan. Dot ball to finish. Finish 185 for 1.
চাচা, শীতে হাত ও ঠোঁট একদম ফেটে গেছে, একটা তেল দেন না।
একটু দাঁড়াও।
আর ফাটা গোড়ালির জন্য গ্লিসারিন।
আচ্ছা।
Dravid. Overseeing the proceedings, and overseeing to make an impression back here again. That's the longer Bangladesh will feel that they're out of the gaps. He knows exactly how to get to the boundary.
That is an incredible shot from Ishan Kishan. Have a look at this. He's going down the leg side, making room and then crashing it on the offside. That is a terrific hit. Well, one thing's for sure, he's put the pressure on the top order by scoring those runs, and in that fashion, he's dominated with the bat.
Sounds good. Distance is enough. This is the best of Ishan Kishan.
It's raining 4s and 6s from the bat of Ishan Kishan.
Strike was happening. Now he feels that he's got the license to go after Shakib. He might be the best bowler so far for Bangladesh. It's Ishan Kishan striking time.
His strike rate now is 140. And he's decided that he wants to launch himself now. Again in the slot, and the result similar. One more 6 from the bat of Ishan Kishan. What a time! He's having with the bat. Brings up the 200.
It's just one of the... He's placed the Indian team. Couple of runs. Who quietly gets the ball down the ground for a single to a 5 for 1.
এখন আবার নেট কিনতে যাইতে হবে।
মাইজিপি অ্যাপ থেকে নেট কিনলে খালি বোনাস আর বোনাস।
ইন্টারনেট বোনাস দিয়ে নো টেনশন। মাইজিপি অ্যাপের সব সলিউশন।
ব্রাইট লক টেকনোলজি যুক্ত নতুন রিন, যা আপনার আর আপনার কাপড়ে আনে নতুনের মতো উজ্জ্বলতা।
Seven overs, 78 runs. And that's why you see those tall structures. Initial part of the game, it was around 6.5. An occasional boundary got through. Ishan Kishan explosion. Another half century with a comfortable single down the ground. Virat Kohli his 65th half century.
Yeah, he knows muted celebrations from him. He knows that if he can just convert this into 100, he'll be more than happy. 50 or 54 is covering up in terms of the strike rate. But keep an eye on Ishan Kishan here. Again, he's toying with the bowlers now. It's gone all the way for another 6. $150 up for Ishan Kishan. Outstanding day for him. Outstanding from
Ishan Kishan is saying, doesn't matter, it might be just my 10th game. It's not only through the infield, 200 of the partnership comes up as well.
Yeah, he's been in cracking form. Doesn't really matter where you bowl, he's going to take you on, no matter who you are, spinner, seamer. I'm going to take you on. Another boundary, cracking one down the ground. 45 for 1 in the first 10 overs. Then they smashed 82 in the next 10. And since then, they've been going out for the bowlers, dealing in boundaries. Another 6.
গোলাপি নির্যাস আর ভিটামিন ই সহ নতুন লাক্স দেয় চাঁদের মতো উজ্জ্বল চেহারা। লাক্স
ঘাটে প্রান্তরে খেলা হবে প্রতি ঘরে ঘরে খেলা হবে খেলা খেলা
It's better to angle it. Just use the natural angle. It's also not bowling wide of the crease to accentuate that.
Well, he was struggling early on, but he's going to get a strike rate now of nearly 100. It's just been a brilliant mix of youth. And experience. Ishan Kishan in the last 23 balls, he scored 62 runs. He's got that past. Taskin mid off, helping his counterpart, his teammate. from the bowling, the small back lift and a quick flick. Full toss for Kohli, dispatched through the offside. Is he starting to find his feet now? Got the test match starting in a couple of days' time. Virat Kohli struggling about an hour and a half ago. All of a sudden he's just found his touch. This is looking ominous for Bangladesh. And then a quick single, that's been the story of his innings. He's rotated the strike. A lot. Only hit 5 boundaries, but he's still going at a strike rate of just under 100. He hasn't sat still at all. Kept the runs. Chance for him to do the same here in ODIs, perhaps.
Save the date.
Well, the bowlers, especially the fast bowlers, have just been getting punished, and that's put pressure on the spinners who were controlling the situation earlier on. In the innings, but now that the Indian batsmen have found their feet, they're also getting a little bit of tap. Just one. This occasion by Kohli, gets off strike again. Wide. Of off stump, mid on up, just says thank you that you presented to me in the ground. Well, Mahedi's been the highlight of the tournament so far. It's time for someone in the blue. Proceedings and be the headline. This time along the ground, but hit just as hard for one. 9 sixes now by Kishan, the most by an Indian batter against Bangladesh, beating Sourav Ganguly's record of 7. hit by Kishan, those sixes. Batted straight down. Well controlled. Ball not getting up as much as Ishan Kishan would like. He wanted to go square, but because of the lack of bounce, he was able to adjust, hit straight down the ground and keep the percentages in his favour. Backs away, goes up and over the offside. Brilliant cricket this from Ishan Kishan, where the gaps are, he finds them. 17 off the over, 246 for 1. Send for the Fizz, the only bowler who's gone at less than 6 and over so far. Ishan Kishan, what a wonderful moment for him. Highest score by an Indian batsman against Bangladesh. He just has knocked off Sehwag, Virender Sehwag, who made 175 against Bangladesh in Morpur in 2011 World Cup. And shots like that has just shown the dominance of Ishan Kishan, very similar to Virender Sehwag when he was on top of his game, just belting spinners all over the park. Let alone the pace bowlers. Got to around about 50, he felt that everything must go. Just felt an Shubman Gill being the fact that he's putting Shikhar Dhawan under pressure for his place. Well, now to that mix as well. He's forced his way into the conversation with this innings. Shoots straight over the keeper. It's not all about brute power from him. Finding it easy now. You just don't get into situations like this out international cricket too often, where you're just so comfortable, you feel like it's going back to your school days, just playing tennis ball cricket in the backyard, where you're just belting it all around the park. He is in the zone at the moment. Score. All around the park. These are his sixes. Full spin. Swept as well. That's the one that got into a landmark. Big slog sweep all through the leg side in a similar area. Almost went all the way for a maximum. Don't seem to have a plan. Just seem to be trying a lot of variety at the bowling crease. They're just chopping in. Yes, they're not getting wickets. They're also not being able to find a way to control this onslaught and control the run rate that's getting out of hand right now. Oh, that almost went onto the stumps. Quick single. Well run by Kishan. Everything going India's way at the moment. 257 for one.
প্রথমবার বা বারবার 30 মিনিটে প্রতিবার
For a drink. India were bowled out for 186 in the first ODI, made 266 for 9 in the second, and they're one of 31 overs in the third. Inexpensive, no one going at under 7 and over of the 6 used, 3 spinners and 3 seamers, including the returning Tuskin Ahmed. Evadon and Shakib, two of the pick of the bowlers for Bangladesh in the series, have been expensive and been targeted by Ishan Kishan. Virat Kohli has just got in his slipstream and done the smart thing, knocked the ball around. Kishan got off to a fly, got a bit of width early on. Virat Kohli survived a costly drop and just on one by Liton Das. Ishan Kishan just carried on his merry way. Kohli picked up the odd boundary in between while not being anywhere near his fluent best, and then once the spinners came on, Kishan went into overdrive. Kohli's chipped in as well just in the final few overs. He's going over a run of ball, but the story really is Kishan, 184 of 116, and at the moment they are on target for a huge score. At this current rate, 415. They go at 10 and over from here, which is not out of the realms of possibility, with just one wicket having fallen. 447, Brad, is a possibility. I've always said that the 30 over mark is generally your halfway mark where you've got the tally that you want on the board. So you always double it after the 30 over mark. So close to 500s on the cards here, especially with 9 wickets in hand. But Ishan Kishan, I've really enjoyed his innings because he was struggling against Mahidi early on, right arm off spin. He took his time, and once he got good sliders and tried to take him on, he was hitting to the areas of the ground where he felt comfortable, calculated risks over cover, all of a sudden putting pressure on the batting from Ishan Kishan. Don't want to be critical on the bowler here, but he's done that twice. So far he did it, Ishan Kishan, in an earlier spell. First ball bouncer, it's a wide, hasn't had pressure on the opposition batsman. All of a sudden, he's only got one bouncer left for the over. Batsman in total control right now. On the up, crashed through the offside by Virat Kohli. That's his best shot so far. Trying way too much. Going for the short ball first. Up, it's wide. Giving Virat Kohli a bit of a sighter, and all of a sudden just that width. Incredible. Kishan. Now this is earlier on in the innings. Virat Kohli getting dropped by the captain Liton Das. Right arm off spin. Virat Kohli has been struggling this tournament. Hasn't been able to find his rhythm. And then just using his feet perfectly. He's just finding his feet at the right time, Virat Kohli. That's short, and that's over the offside, well in front of square. Kohli now has an opportunity here, perhaps for a first century in ODI cricket. It's just ticked over on the scoreboard. Again, width. And his touch down the pace of the wicket and is good enough to hit that over the infield and over mid-off and cover by accessing those gaps off the shorter length. Goes full. Off the back foot, the ball seamed into.
Yadav also coming in. Deepak Chair is out of the team. Well-rounded team. They'll be looking to redeem themselves and get a win here. And
hands out there. Of course he does. What a player he has been. This could be a big moment for him if he can get to 3 figures. We all saw what that 100 in the Asia Cup did for his T20 game. What would 100 do for his ODI game? First since August 2019. It's a long time ago.
And after that first wicket, that fell very early for India. The very first
That's gone high, miscue, but it's going to be safe. 2 more for Kishan.
Not bowling for the field.
But it's going to be safe. 2 more for Kishan.
Mid off, cover up. Got a deep backward point. Deep. Forward point. Deep square leg and mid on up. Kishan.
That's well bowled, I think. Nailed the wide Yorker.
চাচা শীতে বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান এটা 3-in-1 এতে আছে 100% পিওজিল স্কিনকে ময়শ্চারাইজ করে ফাটা ত্বককে করে কোমল ঠোঁট পা স্কিন বেস্ট ভ্যাসলিন
Mid off, cover up. Got a deep backward point. Deep. Forward point. Deep square leg and mid on up. Kishan.
That's well bowled, I think. Nailed the wide Yorker.
চাচা শীতে বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান এটা 3-in-1 এতে আছে 100% পিওজিল স্কিনকে ময়শ্চারাইজ করে ফাটা ত্বককে করে কোমল ঠোঁট পা স্কিন বেস্ট ভ্যাসলিন
Mid off, cover
Very
up.
comfortable.
Got a
Especially
deep
after
backward
initial
point.
2
Deep.
boundaries that he hit.
In an ODI
Mustafizur
in
Rahman
Bangladesh.
has not
Going
taken a
past
step
Shane
back since then.
Forward point.
I think
Deep
what is
square
to
leg
like
and mid on up. Kishan.
That's well bowled, I think. Nailed the wide Yorker.
চাচা শীতে বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান এটা 3-in-1 এতে আছে 100% পিওজিল স্কিনকে ময়শ্চারাইজ করে ফাটা ত্বককে করে কোমল ঠোঁট পা স্কিন বেস্ট ভ্যাসলিন
Mid off, cover
Very
up.
comfortable.
Got a
Especially
deep
after
backward
initial
point.
2
Deep.
boundaries that he hit.
In an ODI
Mustafizur
in
Rahman
Bangladesh.
has
An
not
absolute
taken a step back
humongous score. Let's look at those
since then.
2 boundaries.
Forward point.
I think
Deep
what is
square
to
leg
like
and mid on up. That last boundary reminded me of the shot at the MCG
well
against
bowled, I think.
Pakistan. Harris
Nailed
Rao.
the wide Yorker.
চাচা
Bowling
শীতে
145.
বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান এটা 3-in-1 এতে আছে 100% পিওজিল স্কিনকে ময়শ্চারাইজ করে ফাটা ত্বককে করে কোমল ঠোঁট পা স্কিন বেস্ট ভ্যাসলিন
Mid on, cover
Very
up.
comfortable.
20. Got a deep
Especially after
backward
initial
point.
2
Deep.
boundaries that he hit.
In an ODI
Mustafizur
in
Rahman
Bangladesh.
has
An
not
series
taken a
of
step back
humongous score. Let's look at those
since
2
then.
boundaries.
Might be on the back Forward foot point. right now.
I think
Deep
what is to
square leg
like
and mid on up. Last boundary reminded me of the shot at the MCG
well
against
bowled, I think,
Pakistan.
right in.
Harris Rao.
Nailed the wide Yorker.
চাচা
Bowling
শীতে
145.
বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান এটা 3-in-1 এতে আছে 100% পিওজিল স্কিনকে ময়শ্চারাইজ করে ফাটা ত্বককে করে কোমল ঠোঁট পা স্কিন বেস্ট ভ্যাসলিন
Mid on, cover
Very
up.
comfortable.
20. Got a deep backward point. Deep.
Boundaries that he hit. Mustafizur Rahman has not taken a step back
Look at those
since
2
then.
boundaries.
On the back Forward foot point.
They're going to be
I think
chasing
what is to
Square leg
like
and mid on up.
he scored 64 runs in
Last
boundaries,
boundary
13 fours
reminded me
and
of the shot at the MCG
well
against
bowled, I think,
Pakistan.
right.
Using his
Nailed
feet
the wide.
and then putting that away over the top. Struggled initially, but now playing with a lot of ease. 40 of just 44. The strike rate just gets higher and higher.
No matter what, but
He's still getting a fielder
they just get a bit of a
catching
win in these finals.
closer onto those wickets in the left part of the screen, that is. So they feel Virat Kohli is probably susceptible to playing the ball in the air. He's got a man for catching at short cover
Fizz
and
has probably
extra
been
cover
the
as
pick
well.
of the
That was for
bowlers
Virat
today,
Kohli.
especially in plan time.
Not the same field for
Both
Ishan
batsmen
Kishan.
are having out in
A
the
very
middle now.
regulation
About that.
one for the left-arm spinner.
These 2, they've hit
I like the fact that he's paying a lot of respect
a
to
lot of
Shakib
quick
Al Hasan, who's
singles,
got a
well-run 2s.
outstanding record at Chattogram. 35 wickets on an average of
Backing up a long way.
18.02.
Simple single in the end. Hasn't had too much strike of late, Kishan, over the last 2 or 3 overs.
Just been very good batting.
Standing away from a
A bit of a struggle early on. It's not only about boundaries, it's not also
bad over in the circumstances by Mustafiza Rahman. Goes for 7, 275 for one.
অভিজাত ও রুচিসম্মত স্যানিটারি ওয়্যার ও ফিটিংস শাইন শাইন স্যানিটারি ওয়্যার ও ফিটিংস রুচির প্রশ্নে একেবারে আপোষহীন।
নতুন লাইফ বয় হ্যান্ড ওয়াশে আছে ভিটামিন ভাইরাস ও ব্যাকটেরিয়া
from here on.
Ishan Kishan will take a single on the last ball of Shakib's over and retain strike as well. 148 for one.
5 second.
চাচা এটা বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান এটা 3-1 এতে আছে 100%
50 even.
He's looking
Too
for
much
the
strike
wide
at
Yorker.
Kishan over the last 2 or 3 overs.
Just been very good batting.
Looking for the wide Yorker.
চাচা এটা বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান এটা 3-1 এতে আছে 100%
50 even.
He's looking
Too
for
much
the
strike
wide
at
Yorker.
Kishan over the last 2 or 3 overs. Kishan now just 2 overs
Looking for
away.
the wide Yorker.
National cricket. Projected score is going to be quite Yorker with that
Chacha.
current rate 420. They can get up to 10 and over. They're looking at just under 450.
বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান এটা 3-1 এতে আছে 100%
50 even.
He's looking
Too
for
much
the
strike
wide
at
Yorker.
Kishan over the last 2 or 3 overs. Kishan now just 2 overs
Looking for
away.
the wide Yorker.
No one out there. Glorious from Kohli. He knows exactly where the fielders are when Tuscan is bowling. And they are on the square. 20 can get up to 10 and over. Looking at just under 450.
Vintage.
বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান এটা 3-1 এতে আছে 100%
50 even.
He's looking
Too
for
much
the
strike
wide
at
Yorker.
Kishan.
Miss.
3 overs.
Too many of them.
Just 2 overs away.
Looking for the wide Yorker.
An opportunity to hit now. No one out there. Glorious from Kohli. He knows exactly where the fielders are when Tuscan is bowling. And they are on the a short and wide, the dot ball. Actually, a dot ball.
Tuscan has been out. Injury strain. Just before the Test series, he gets to bowl 10 overs in a one-day game. Just the way he's bowled. Right now, he's been pumped all over the ground, but He's got a good ticker. He always wants to be in the fight, Tuscan. For days' time when he puts on the one.
জানো ডেড স্কিন সেল আমাদের আসল উজ্জ্বলতা ঢেকে দেয়। টেপ টেস্ট করলে বুঝতে পারবে। দেখলে আসল উজ্জ্বলতা লুকিয়েছিল ডেড স্কিন সেলের নিচে। এগুলো দূর করতে পন্ডস ব্রাইট বিউটি
First time when you see this partnership going for India, 155 in just 126 balls. You'll say that probably the Indian team batting has come about. It's taken a few. Seven overs.
Place will now be all through the leg side.
Exhibition of batting and not from the home side. India finally. Coming to the party with the bat here.
জানতে পারলাম ট্রাই ক্লাসে আছে
Now Ishan Kishan underneath the ball. And it's come out the middle of the bats, racing away towards the boundary. Animal Hut gets round, cuts it off. Oh, 199 now, the nervous 99s. 92. Definitely felt like there was two there. Wonder if Kishan felt that he timed that well enough to get to the boundary. Throws his hands at that, Kohli.
This is what happens when you think that it's going to be a boundary. Virat Kohli thought that his teammate had double 100 on the board.
Quick single, inching his way towards it. He would have got there by now. Had Kohli not prematurely celebrated. I hope he gets the 200 now.
I hope so too. Normally Virat Kohli's a little more switched on than that, running between as well.
Mustafizur Rahman over. A big one, or just take the one on offer? Winfield on the offside, plenty of space on the leg side if he wants a one there. Here we go then. Here comes the fizz. Dug out, and they're through. A double 100 to savour for Ishan Kishan. He joins Sachin Tendulkar, Rohit Sharma and Sourav Ganguly in folklore, the only Indians to have scored 200
आजकल के 3D एडवर्टीजमेंट कुछ इस तरीके के दिखाई देते हैं कि ऐसा लगता है चीजें स्क्रीन से निकल के बाहर आ रही हैं। ये एनिमेशन इतना रियल कैसे लगता है, इसको कैसे बनाते हैं और इस तरीके का एडवर्टीजमेंट कराने में कितना खर्चा आता है, कुछ बेहतरीन सा बताएंगे। प्लीज वीडियो को लाइक जरूर कर दीजिए। देखिए, आमतौर पर इस तरीके का एडवर्टीजमेंट दिखाने के लिए कॉर्नर वाली बिल्डिंग को यूज किया जाता है, जिसकी वजह से ये रियल में एक 3D स्क्रीन बन जाती है। जिस तरीके से आपने देखा होगा कि कई सारी 2D इमेज बिल्कुल 3D लगती है, ठीक उसी तरीके से ये अपनी इस 3D स्क्रीन को 4D में यूज करते हैं। एनिमेशन करते वक्त इस बात का बहुत ही बारीकी से ध्यान रखा जाता है कि इफेक्ट कुछ इस तरीके के लगे कि चीजें स्क्रीन से बाहर आ रही हैं। इसमें बिल्कुल उसी तरीके का इल्यूजन यूज किया जाता है जैसा 2D इमेज बनाते हुए किया जाता है, ताकि वो 3D लगे। साथ ही प्रोजेक्टर इफेक्ट्स की वजह से कई सारे इफेक्ट को ऐसा बनाया जाता है कि आपको महसूस होता है चीजें आपके सामने हो रही हैं। इस स्क्रीन के ऊपर एक दिन का एड दिखाने का खर्चा 5 लाख रुपए आता है। आजकल के 3D एडवर्टीजमेंट कुछ इस तरीके के दिखाई देते हैं कि ऐसा लगता है चीजें स्क्रीन से निकल के बाहर आ रही हैं।